Points there. Just your thoughts on that result?
Well, it's been a while, and so this one feels good for players, staff, fans. I think overall this was as you guys know, a much needed win for this group. So it didn't matter how it was going to happen. It wasn't perfect, but overall it was. We competed at a high level for each other, and that gives you a chance, and that was nice to see. And I thought we did that in Minnesota. We couldn't sustain that, and I thought tonight the guys had a real energy about them and understood the importance of this match and showed up, and everyone, I think, played up to their potential for the most part. Subs came in and did a good job as well. We're down some guys, as everyone is at this point. Guys played out of position, a few of them, and again, just a vital 3 points for us right now.
So we'll start with David here.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win and the clean sheet after giving up, multiple goals in the past few games. How are you feeling with your back line tonight?
Yeah, it was good. Again, the sour note is Eric got hurt again. And, you just can't believe the guy's luck right now. And even managing his minutes, and we think we're doing the right things, and stuff still happens to him. So we got to see where he's at and get him back. But I thought he was really good while he's in there, and he's helped. But really, I think Ethan came in and gave us a real shift. And we're looking for guys, as we talk about this, to come onto the field, put good performances on, and take this thing. Say, this is my spot. And I thought Ethan did a good job tonight in that way. A couple blocks in front of goal, just those little plays that really make a difference, and we haven't done enough of that. And tonight they were up to that challenge. And it was collective. I mean, I thought worked his tail off. Certainly Ezekiel's putting in an incredible shift up there. So it was just a collective good defensive effort.
And then with that, right, he did have to have his head wrap, but he eventually took it off. Is he okay with that?
These guys, they're fine. Forwards are used to having their head wrapped a few times a year. It's part of the position. He was fine. It's great to get him a goal. It's been a little dry for him, and we ask him to be patient and stay in front of goal, and good things happen. Felipe makes a heck of a play. The guy's he smells opportunities, this kid Felipe, and it's amazing how many times he's able to find something in the box where it's going to fall and then keep things alive or do it himself. So he helps him out there for sure.
Go there, cross. You can just yeah.
Hello, Ben. Congratulations on the win. I wanted to ask you about one of the big changes from last game to this one. It was Dwayne Holmes starting, then Anali coming in the second half. Can you give me your thoughts about those two today?
I thought Dwayne did well. It was a little, it wasn't the way he was playing. It was more about I wanted to get Lawrence on the field, and he was the one that had to be sacrificed. And it's I know he wasn't happy about it, but he didn't have to. He played fine, and I thought he actually had some really good moments, first real moments with the club in that position, and he's going to be a real piece for us.
So now going forward with Nico Lodeiro obviously leaving the club, could we expect to see more Dwayne Holmes from that position and Nali as well?
Yeah. Between it continues to be a competition of figuring out what the best group is, and I've said that over the last couple of weeks. It's not an excuse. It's just where we're at right now. We're still figuring out. We're still building relationships out there, and it's going to take some time. But as we do that, nights like this where it wasn't perfect, you find 3 points. It helps with us, at least staying in there, staying close to the line.
And we heard some chants of Nico from the clubhouse.
You heard that?
Yes. So how important is he to the club atmosphere, and will you guys miss him moving forward?
Yeah. Well, of course we're going to miss Nico. The message in there is just thank you for your service here, and in some ways, more importantly, thank you for your service to the league. This is one of the best players this league has ever seen, and it was again a real joy to work with him. He didn't get the minutes he wanted all the time, and but a pro and pushing guys daily at training. You have to drag him off the field. The guy is a real pro, and he's a great example for some of our young guys to watch with the longevity, his mentality. It was, again, I feel really lucky that I crossed paths with him, and I'll be a Nico fan for as he goes forward.
Thank you.
We go. Just pass it there to your left. Yeah, just hand it over.
Sorry. Hey Ben, we saw the team today hold much less of the ball than we're used to seeing at home, holding just 48% possession, playing very quick. Is that change of play style something we can get used to with Lawrence, Dwayne, and Nelson coming back?
What was the possession?
48%, I believe.
48?
Yeah.
50-50. I think some of that is our own doing. I don't think it was a great night on the ball for us. I think we had some errant passes where we still have to be more patient in the final third, and especially during the summer. I think we have to choose some different pathways sometimes, and come from one sideline to the other, and then maybe come the other way, just to continue to increase our odds for chances that are going to be available the more we have teams pinned in. And at times it was a little antsy, and we wanted to go down the same line. So it can get better. It's nothing we've designed to be. We still want to be the ball. We still want to be proactive. We will still have sustained possession in the opponent's half. Tonight, it just wasn't always there for us, and some of the connections that I thought would have allowed us to do that wasn't there. But again, it's a group that's still figuring ourselves out, so some of those connections are going to be off, and it's about winning games right now for us and finding ways to get 3 points.
And what are your thoughts on Ezekiel's performance today?
I thought it was great. I think he gets his goal, and we talked about him being patient to reward himself, but we have to allow him to score goals, and that's service or opportunities where he's rewarded. And tonight, he was in the right spot and the right time, and that's what we're asking him to do.
And then, do you also have an update on Eric Svechenko? Is it like a re-aggravation of the same injury or something?
No, I think it's a quad. I haven't gotten a full report on him, but his body's not been responding this year in the way we'd like it to. He's a big piece for us, and it just seems like he's been out all year, and this is another hiccup. He's frustrated. We're frustrated. But it's what it is. It's been next man up. It continues our kind of revolving door in the back. But again, we guys like Ethan, Femi. It was nice to see Femi back on the field. I thought he gave us really good energy in an uncomfortable spot out there. So everybody's contributing. That's the nice thing.
All right, we'll go to Herman here and then Victor.
Ben, congrats on the 3 points. My only question tonight is about Seva Kovacic. He seems more aggressive, more fearless, more decisive on the ball. What is there something that happened, or was
I
more
just
comfortable?
think that was across the board tonight. You could feel the energy in the room before the game, that they understood the importance of this one. Why we haven't had that same energy in that room for the last month is beyond me, but it was nice to have that back. And even if you're a sub, they understood their role, and they didn't want to come in and be the guy that didn't help this team get the 3 points. And I think it was more just that mentality, and that'll help us going forward.
Victor Ariza, Soccer Texas. Kind of following up on that, Ben, is it sort of the result just fell your way, or do you think there's something here clicking now for this team?
I hope so. I've always been optimistic about this group and kind of where I see it going, and with the pieces that are coming back, and I have the luxury of seeing where this could go in the summer and what we could bring in, and so I'm optimistic if we can hang in there and continue to get results like this as we get fine-tuned. And so time will tell, but I think it was, were they at their best? I don't know. They're a team that's also struggling right now. And so, but it's important to take advantage of teams maybe that aren't at playing at the highest level. And that's why it's so disappointing with Kansas City and Montreal teams that are also, in those spots where we haven't taken advantage of those games enough.
And then sort of a side story tonight, and I don't have all the details, and I don't expect you to have them either, but one of the supporters groups not here tonight. You probably missed the drumming. Just did you notice that void, and what does that mean for the team not to sort of have that support?
I noticed there towards the end, and someone told me I don't have enough details to comment on it. I hope it gets resolved because we need them, and they're a big part of this community and our team. And I hope whatever it is, they can come back and create the atmosphere, the great atmosphere that they do. And if they need me, they can call me. I'll sort it out.
Anything else? Good? All right, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks, Ben.